Okay, welcome to the next installment of Blender. So today I'm teaching you how to make objects half glass, half another material. So we're going to go ahead and start with the default cube, but before we start with this, let's go ahead and change our render engine from Eevee to Cycles, as is the default. So you can do this in one of two ways. You can have either two halves of the same object, or you can go ahead and just put on half of the same object using a different material. So I'll give you an example with this default cube to begin with. So let's go ahead and just press G, bring this up, and I'm going to go ahead and add a plane underneath. So we'll go S for scale just for that plane to come in, and I'll press G just to bring this down. Alright, so we've got a cube right here. Let's go to edit mode. I'm going to go ahead with Control R and split this in half. Now, on one side of this cube, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make this into a glass texture. So, I can't really click the underside right there, so I'm going to go to wireframe. Alright, so once we've got something like this, let's go ahead and change these materials out. So when we go to the material tab on the right here, we'll notice that immediately we're greeted with the principal BSDF, the original material for this default cube. So we're going to go with original for this material, and then we're going to go ahead and add in a secondary material. So we'll press plus right here and we'll press new. This secondary material is going to be the glass. So we'll go ahead and place that on. So we'll change principal BSDF to glass BSDF. Change down the roughness, unless you want rough glass, that's up to you. And then we're going to click assign. So when we go back to the objects mode right here, you'll notice that nothing's happened. But if we go to the full render mode up at the top, the viewport shader rendering, excuse me, you'll notice that now we have this half and half cube, which is a really neat thing to do. The alternative way that I was talking about is we can go ahead and add in a cube. So if we place this in front of this so we can kind of get the exact same size, roughly, we could go with side view. Let's go to 1 just for a moment. I'm just going to go ahead and move this back real quick. Let's go and scale this down roughly halfway. I then just kind of place these, excuse me, this next to the other one. My gosh. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat today. Let's go with G. Bring this to the side. Okay, so we're going to take these two sides and let's see where this is at for the render. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and rotate this one by 90 degrees. And I'm going to go ahead and add the exact same materials. So go down to the drop down right here, glass on one side and then original on this side. And what we can do, this one should be glass. That was weird. Glass. There we go. Alright, so now we can see how these two really interact. So depending on what you want for half glass, half regular material is kind of dependent on how you make the object. For this one, obviously this is two separate objects, it's going to behave differently than this, but if you just wanted, say, half glass, I would say just generally do something like that. Now, if you wanted a sphere, and it was like a capsule, let's go with UV sphere right here, so let's go G, bring this up just into the middle. I'm not going to change the size just for the moment. Let's go side view at 1. And then what we'll do, let's go to edit mode. And generally I'd take half of this off. So if you did this part as the glass part, and then obviously you have this one as the original part right here. So if we do right here, we do original, assign, top part right here, you're going to have to press plus on this and do glass, assign. Now we have the circle. Oops. You know why that's happened? Because I didn't put on the X-ray mode. Alright, so let's go back to 1. You're going to want to click the X-ray mode just at the top right there. Go ahead and select it all again. Come on. let's go back to the regular render. I think it's just having a little bit of a problem there. Alright, so you're back at the regular render. You want the X-ray mode. You want to select the top. This one is going to be glass. Assign that. And then obviously you've got your original underneath. We'll reassign all of this to make sure that it's the correct material. So, yeah, once we've got something like this, we should end up with a sphere that looks like this. So you can right-click Shade Smooth on this and it'll be a little bit more smoother. But I feel that this is just too flat. So the alternative to this is we could go ahead and just put that to the side right now so that we can make an example of this one. Go to baby, nearly finished. My dog's crying, I think he wants something. Alright, so I'm going to do this last one. Let's do the UV sphere. G again to bring this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this in half. So we're going to go with G. Let's go with one for side view right here. We'll do the X-ray mode, edit mode. And then we're going to go with delete all of these faces. We'll go ahead and select the vertices just on the side here. And essentially what we're going to do is, let's go back to side mode. We're going to make a bowl on the inside. So go for E for extrude, leave it where it is. S for scale, bring it in. So you've got that nice little lip on the outside. E for extrude, and all you're going to do is just follow the contours of the glass upon the inside. As such. Oops. Let's go S for scale. E for extrude, bring it down to that next line. S for scale. E for extrude, bring it down to that next line. S for scale. E for extrude again. And we're just going to round this off just at the base right here. As such. So once we've got something like this, we'll go right click Shade Smooth, Shift D to duplicate this out, and then we're just going to give it the old 180 spin. So let's go with R for rotate, we'll go 180, and G to bring this down to the opposite side. So now you've got this nice little half and half ball. So what we're going to do is take this one, the material will be glass on top, and then of course underneath is going to be the original material. And then when we go to render, we should have something like this. Now we can see that we have a little bit more depth on the inside of the object. And we do have shade and we have shadow. So if I take what I've just made and I just go ahead and mosey it on over next to our example. We can go ahead, move this to the side right here. As such. We can now see that there's a clear difference between these two. This one is very flat. There's not really that much shade in there. Whereas this one has a little bit more of a character. So I would say if you're going to do any animations with balls that are rolling or whatever like that, I would say that the latter is probably going to be your choice over the former. So you can kind of see how those materials work. And what I'm going to do as well, let's go ahead to the shading tab, and I'm going to add a noise texture or at least something onto this so that you can kind of see how the glass works. So let's go to shading tab at the top. We're going to go for original. Let's go for the texture. You can use any texture really. Magic texture, noise texture. I would say noise texture or gabor is going to be good for this. So we could do gabor value into base. And you could go with 3D, something of akin to this, so that you have that texture wrapping around. But to be honest with you, I feel that it blurs in places. So let's go with add texture and noise texture, and you'll see how the noise texture kind of differs from this. It's a little bit more sharper as well. You could go ahead and pull that detail up. Let's go and add in a color ramp. Just as such, and just bring that whites to the grey and just kind of contrast it out a little bit more so you can see that texture. So now we have this layout and we have these kind of balls with texture, so you can see that this one, the sphere that we have here, the first one that we made, kind of pushes the texture outwards to the rest of the piece, whereas this one doesn't really do that. It kind of stays in one place. So yeah. Alright, so I'm going to end the tutorial there. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.